Hey there, Leo. Welcome to your reading for quarter three. This is going to be for the next 3 months, or quarter one, I should say, of 2023. There are too many threes going on here, Leo, apparently, but we're going to see what is going on for you. We're basically just going to look at the 5 main themes that you could be dealing with in this quarter. And really, everybody has had way more than 5. Just so you know, but whatever. You start off here with this dagger card. It says danger lies in wait. I wouldn't be too worried about this, but I do feel that, some of you have already had a tower moment, and it's like you're trying to create a turnaround from the situation. Yeah, this is like something that's repeating. I would avoid anything that has repeated in your life. I feel like you've already gotten your answer here, Leo, is what I feel like saying. So, maybe some of you are about to repeat something for the 3rd time. And what I would say is I would avoid whatever that is, whatever that thing is. It doesn't have to be a relationship. It literally could be anything. So, I would just be very careful with that card. I would also pay very close attention to the people that you're allowing into your life. With this energy. I want to see what this next card is as well. You have this Sphinx card. It literally says, choose your words carefully. So, I don't think this is just about words either. I kind of feel like some of you, need to be careful of the people that you allow, in your circle or around you or something like that. Really, I feel like this row is clearly talking about avoiding a mistake, plain and simple. And this is something that has repeated. You have the Wheel of Fortune, which is kind of like a card of round and round. You have the Nine of Swords, which is the round and round card. It's about having a nightmare, waking up and being stuck in a nightmare and doing it all over again. So I kind of feel this row, I don't even think it's a warning, or maybe it is a warning. I really don't know what to call it, Leo. I think it's just saying, do you really need to repeat something again? And it could be anything, but I kind of feel like you're being given the option to pick a new path. And again, you have the Tower here, which could be some sort of tower moment. But what I would say here is look, Nine of Swords, Sun, it's like things, the Sun is the best card in the deck. Things could be improving for you. And then you go to the Four of Cups. If this was a breakup, maybe someone left you because, they thought the grass was greener on the other side or something like that. If this is a breakup. For others, you might be thinking about repeating something because, this could be in work or business. It doesn't even have to be love. I'm getting everything. The Four of Cups sometimes I feel says that you need to believe in yourself more because, sometimes I think we miss out on something, right, in business or work or whatever. And we might be saying to ourselves, that's the best I could ever do. So it's you start thinking that you should settle for something less, and I kind of feel like this Four of Cups is saying, no, not the best you can do. There's better, but you're going to have to work for it, of course. But you do have the Five of Cups here. Five of Cups is a card of gratitude. It's about kind of turning around and seeing these 2 cups right here. When we see these 2 cups, we get this bridge and this castle over here as well. The other thing that I find very interesting about this Five of Cups is that there's a person who's drowning right here. And this is the After Tarot, and it kind of represents the fact that, if you have a person who you've tried to save in the past, but they're always drowning, you probably just can't save that person. Some people just need to learn how to swim. And, I feel for some of you, this is kind of like saying, if you have a person like that who is always drowning, who always has an issue, it's like they've never learned to swim because nobody has ever forced them to learn how to swim. And I kind of feel like this is saying, be careful of those people who can't, who can't pull their own weight. This is not just love, by the way. I feel this in work, business, health, pretty much everything. With the Wheel of Fortune, Three of Swords, could be a separation that you've dealt with or have been dealing with just in general. So, Three of Swords is a card of pain, sadness, grief. It is a card of forgiveness. But again, here, I kind of feel like it's saying that you should be focusing on yourself if there has been a separation, focusing on your healing and things like that. Yeah, pretty straightforward. I mean, 8 of Cups, walking away from things that no longer serve you. I would say the good news is you're probably walking towards something much, much better, the Sun. And you end with the 10 of Pentacles as well. With the 5 of Cups, you have the Chariot. The interesting thing about the Chariot is that traditionally he has the city behind him, and he's going somewhere. He doesn't really know where he's going. It's a mystery. And the whole point of the Chariot is that he's leaving what he has always known behind, and he's moving on to his own place. He's moving on to, again, who the hell knows where he's going. He's creating it in front of him, right? So I kind of feel that here, where it's saying that you could be leaving something behind, but I feel like where you're going is much better than where you have been. You have the porcupine spirit for your next thing that you could be dealing with. It says time for beginner mind. I mean, it's literally, look, it's got its quills to the past, right? It's, sorry, this way. My camera's reversed. So it's got its quills to the past here, which on the table is towards the past. And it's kind of like protecting itself from anything from the past, and it's focusing on the future. And that's exactly what I feel like you need to be doing here, Leo. You have the King of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, and the King of Wands here. Again, the Nine of Swords to me is like a never-ending nightmare. So I feel like this is something to be avoided. I always say with the Nine of Swords, you can be the bug or the windshield. You know, there's a person here hitting another person down here in that carving on the bed with a sword. And it basically says you can be the person with a sword who fights back, or you can be the person who just gets hit, right? And I kind of feel this is asking you to face some sort of fear. It could be the fear of stepping into the unknown with the Chariot and the Four of Cups. I definitely feel that. So it could be the fear of, doing things differently in your life, which, you always get the King of Pentacles in every single reading I do for you. And the King of Pentacles literally is the card of convention, doing things the same way for too long. So I feel that mixing it up and doing things differently will kind of like set you free. Interestingly enough, again, if you're looking for love, I do feel there could be an Earth sign or a Taurus more specifically that is coming in for you if you're looking for love, although I wouldn't really call this a love reading. If anything, I would say this is a recovery reading. I also feel that your finances actually will be improving, even though you have this over here. This is kind of like past energy, I feel. And look, going this way, Sun to the Ten of Pentacles. But this to me is like saying when you focus on yourself and when you focus on your own stability, then there's going to be stability. I really feel this is asking you to focus on yourself at this time, is what the whole entire reading is saying. I feel like it's saying if you're worried too much about what other people are doing, then you're going to be in the Nine of Swords energy of worrying and living in a nightmare, right? Because trust me, I'm sure there's 1.5 billion reasons to think that we are living in a nightmare right now, especially with what's going on in the world and everything like that. But if you change your focus, then I feel like you could create your own, create something much better. You have the King of Wands here. King of Wands is about being bold, being assertive. I really feel that you need to kind of really go, like, this to me is giving something 1,000%, not even 100%, right here, go in this direction. Moving towards your happiness. And the Nine of Wands, I feel, is kind of like saying that you need to like finish some sort of project or something that you've been working towards for a long time. Could be something personal, like your health or improving your health or, improving all your relationships, not just love, or, it's like kind of looks like something that you've been working on for a long time. And I feel this is really encouraging you to like really go for it, like the improvements that you're hoping to see. With the King of Pentacles, you have the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, I would say that, again, some of you, this could obviously be a breakup. This is being left out in the cold, so some of you could be experiencing that or have already experienced it. Again, it feels like the past to me, like something you've already dealt with, so, it is what it is. For others, I do feel like some of you are worried about finances with the King of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles, but again, it looks like your pentacles are increasing here. What I would say is don't be afraid to try new things, because that's probably where the abundance is going to come from. With the Nine of Swords, you have the Queen of Wands, King and Queen of Wands here. So if you're looking for new love, definitely could be a divine counterpart coming in for you. But really, I'm just getting more confidence. I mean, she really, really goes for what she wants as well. Kind of like the King of Wands. But traditionally, the Queen of Wands does not have any salamanders on her cloak or in front of her, just like the King of Wands does. The Page of Wands, Knight of Wands, they both have salamanders as well. Salamanders represent protection from fire. So they're basically protected from risk. They can take a risk and it's not that they don't have to worry about it, but they're not going to get burned, right? But she might. So she has to take a risk without really knowing like what's on the other side. And we kind of see that as a fear here. Again, like I said at the beginning of the reading with the Four of Cups, I kind of see that as like fearing that you'd be making the wrong decision. With the King of Wands, you have the World, completion. I do feel like you're ending a cycle here. For some of you, you could be ending something that you're married to, in the sense that like this might not be love, but it might be something that you do love. And that could be what's completing. But I feel like you're just like starting a new cycle. It's kind of weird. Some of you, again, you might be in a relationship which is perfectly fine. And, this dagger and everything, it might not be a person, is what I'm getting here with the World. It might be just something that you're leaving behind, like maybe a business, and maybe you're starting another business. Maybe it's the way you do your business, and you're starting something new. So it's like you're entering into a new world. We even see that, again, you have the Chariot here. Like I said, he's leaving behind the city that is behind him. and he's going on a journey. He's going to look for a place where he can stand out on his own. And I feel like this has been a theme for you for like a couple of months now, at least in my readings. I think I've said this to you before. So it seems to be like a major theme that you are working on at this time. For your next thing that you could be dealing with, this card says you are a lot tougher than you think you are. There you go. You can accomplish a lot more. You also have this rebel card that says limiting beliefs are limiting your abundance. Literally just basically been saying that. It says system buster, entrepreneur, or teacher of better ways. It says you are a trailblazer meant to pave the way for future generations. Pretty powerful stuff. So I feel like you need to get to work on whatever it is that you're working on. It's like that 9 of Wands I'm seeing as like a project for some reason, something that you're working on, or it could even be like maybe you have a big goal, wish, or dream for your business or in your career, and I really feel like you need to go for it. You have the Emperor, the Sun, and the Temperance card. Really, really good energy. I mean, this could be in Aries, but I really feel that this is, kind of partly your energy. It's also interesting that I do feel this could be a person. Like if you have a business, I feel like this could be a person who could help you out. I'm not so sure that they're an Aries. I think they're just an action taker. I think that, if you it's kind of weird. I don't think you know this person. Some of you might know who this person is, but if you, I would say if you do know like an action taker or a person who just takes action on things, this might be a good person to like team up with in business or work. It could also be a person that you're about to meet. And, especially for those of you that have a business, I feel like this person could really help you take action. For others, I think this could be a friend or just a person that you meet that kind of really levels you up. So some of you might be about to meet a person who like changes your life. And I feel like they change your life in the way that they look at the world. I don't even feel love here, although it could be for some of you. Of course, this is a general reading, but what I would say is, I think it's just a person. It could be a friend or a business coworker, like a new person that you meet. Definitely a new person, but again, it feels more friendly to me, so I don't know. But I feel like this person, like, look, you have the 9 of Wands right next to it, and it's like 2 people on this 9 of Wands. It's almost like there could be a person who comes into your life who sees who you truly are, right here. The Sun. They see your potential. And I feel like this person is very genuine. Like, I feel like this person, like, legitimately wants to bring the best out of you, whatever they are. It doesn't matter if it's love, a business partner, a friend, a new colleague, whatever. Look, 2 people on this Sun card. So I really feel that some of you are about to meet like a partner in crime, but in a good way. And I feel like this person really supports you and really kind of gets you moving. So, this person could have a lot of ideas. The interesting thing is as well, I feel like this person doesn't want anything for it as well. That will be the thing that I think stands out to you is they like genuinely do not have expectations. So, if you have a friend coming in that wants help you in your business or whatever, I would allow it. But I also feel there's a lot of happiness coming in for you as well. You have the Temperance card. Don't take no for an answer is what I'm getting here, Leo. I feel there are going to be a lot of opportunity for you to take things that haven't been working and to turn those things around. The Temperance card is, to me says basically with the Chariot card in the same row right here. Chariot is where it says where there's a will, there's a way. Temperance says don't take no for an answer. If something isn't working in your life, work with the energy. You could probably turn it around. I say probably because if you give up, obviously it's not there. It won't be a turnaround. But temperance is about taking something and working it. Like I always look at it as kind of, creating a sculpture, right? It's like you kind of have to like work with the clay to create a sculpture, and that's how I see temperance. You kind of have to like massage something into place, and so I feel like it's saying don't give up. Basically, 9 of Wands. With the Emperor, you have the Temperance card. So I feel like you're learning a lot. Definitely could be a Taurus coming in for you. And again, this person that is very helpful or that could be helpful to your life could be a Taurus. They might come off more like an Aries, even though they're a Taurus. Although the two energies are kind of similar, right? It might be someone who's born, it could be a Taurus who's born super close to Aries. But I feel like they're very driven, very motivated. For sure. With the Sun, you have the Tower again. Again, I think this is like a blessing in disguise. You have the Tower and then the Sun and the Tower. I feel some of you have had a Tower moment, and this is a blessing in disguise. I will also say, I forgot to say it, but everybody's had the Tower again. So, it wouldn't really surprise me if there's just like a multiple global Tower moments. I'm getting bored of saying it because I think for the next, 20 years at least, we will probably see a bunch of global Tower moments. It's just a sign of the times. It's just like what we're living in. And this is why, right here. With the Temperance card, you have the Star, Pluto and Aquarius. So this is obviously just Aquarius, but because of Pluto and Aquarius, I think we'll probably just see a lot of traditional structures breaking down. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's a good thing. I think it is a tower moment, and tower moments to me are a good thing in the first place. The tower happens because the people inside the tower have been ignoring reality. I don't want to ignore reality personally. I know that there are plenty of people, I'm sure, that want to be numbed out and that don't want to be part of reality, but I rather have the truth. And so I feel that, we'll be seeing a lot of truths being exposed. It's funny because someone left me a comment the other day. They're like, yeah, but what truths have been exposed? I'm like, a million. It's like you got the scammer, Sam Bankman-Fried there from the crypto thing. That got exposed. It's like there's like so many things that are being exposed. You can't hide from the truth. They found that killer from Idaho there, right? Truth being exposed. I mean, you will see this more and more and more. Where these truths are being exposed. It's like you cannot hide. It's like back in the day, they would have never caught that guy, right? The Idaho kid, because we just didn't have the technology. Now we do. You cannot hide from the truth, right? Plain and simple. But this exists everywhere. So, I think we're going to see more and more truths being exposed, but it's just leading to the truth, plain and simple. The star, I feel like, is your inner truth as well. You have very good cards here. The sun and the star together is fame and fortune. So I'm wondering, like, the tower could be like a lot of attention coming in for you all of a sudden. It doesn't mean you're going to become famous, but it could just be a lot of attention. At the end here, you have this bear. It says strength, resourcefulness. You also have this cat. It says jealousy, gossip. Every single person has had a card of jealousy and gossip again. Again, I would just treat this Mars retrograde as if it ends in the middle of March, basically. So I would say no taking part in gossip, arguments, any of that stuff. To me, it's always a bad idea to argue with people, to start arguments, especially to, take part in gossip during Mars retrograde, especially in Gemini. Like, are you kidding me? And, because if you do, you're just going to look guilty. You're just going to look really, really bad. You have the Nine of Wands, the Four of Cups, and the Ten of Pentacles. Ton of success coming in for you. I feel like there's a lot of abundance coming in for you with the Ten of Pentacles as well. So I really like that. Again, a lot of people have had the Ten of Pentacles as well. I kind of feel like, this isn't accurate tarot or astrology, but I kind of feel like the Ten of Pentacles is really talking about Uranus and Taurus. Uranus and Taurus kind of like wants us to maybe focus on freedom and material goods, but it's deeper than that. It's not just like having things in your life. It's more about having quality in your life, and it's also about building and leaving a legacy, which the Ten of Pentacles represents that. So a lot of you could just be focused on long-term, wealth. You could be focused on long-term security, all those things. You have the Four of Cups here. Again, I think this is your most important card in this reading for whatever reason. This is like the card of the grass being greener on the other side. It says, is it or isn't it? And but what I feel here is that you've been disappointed a lot with some of the changes or the things that you've been through. But I really feel this is saying, like, don't give up now. You are very, very close to finding success. You're very close to what you want. And, my favorite book of all time, The War of Art, he says that, when you are the closest to success, that's when you experience the most resistance. And I feel like that is the time that you're in right now, or that you have been in for a while. It's like, I think things, even though you have the tower twice and everything, which is a little bit scary, I think things are going to be fine for you over the next 3 months. It's not like this is going to be, for most of you, I feel this is a breakup that you've already been through, or a separation, or something that's, you could have also lost something that you love, which could be like, maybe you loved your business. Maybe you loved the way that you do your business. And this isn't even saying you have to give up. It's saying temperance. You have to change the way that you do it so that you can be successful. But I also feel that, you've been experiencing a lot of resistance and saying, like, don't give up now when you're like this far away from the finish line, right? With the Nine of Wands, you have the Eight of Wands. Quick success. It's like things are going to happen very quickly. I keep telling people, I think we're in a time right now, maybe over the next few years, where it's like things are adding up. And what I mean by that is it's like all the work that you've been doing for the past like 20 years, I feel like is going to add up to something. And it could be like a big reward, a big, big push in success, or you could notice a lot of progress that you make in a very short period of time. But again, the secret is it hasn't been a short period of time. It's been 20 years. It's just all the energy is like condensing and adding up to what you're getting right now. So do not give up. With the Four of Cups, you have the Nine of Swords again. This whole middle row just repeats itself. Tower twice, Nine of Swords twice, so you have to get out of your head. With the Ten of Pentacles, you have the Death card. Transformation. Major transformation happening for you here, Leo. I feel like there's actually a lot of success after this period of time that you've been through. We're going to pull 5 main themes again. So we're going to see what else wants to come up for you. You have the Star card. It says guaranteed success. I mean, are you kidding? I feel like there is clearly a lot of success. If you're doing anything that involves getting attention, Aquarius is your opposite sign. So, if I were you, I would be getting a lot of attention, just look at my channel, look at everything I do, right? It's like, and I'm a big fan of positive attention. I wouldn't be out there trying to, be edgy and getting negative attention, although I do, it probably will work for people still. But I just think that you're going to get better energy, obviously, if you do positive attention. You have this Dark Man card. It says dealings with relationships with a man with dark hair complexion. And then I always clarify these people cards. And you have this Mice card. It says discord among friends or family. We kind of talked about this. I would be careful of anyone that you don't trust. I would just, again, what I would say here is I would pay attention to what people are giving you. If you put energy into something, what are you getting back? Are people overinflating their value in your life? Or it looks to me like there's a person who maybe has overinflated value or something like that. I would be careful of getting taken advantage of. You have this Well card that says family wishes come true. We see a lot of very good family cards here. Ten of Pentacles. Did you have the Six of Cups as well? For some reason, I thought you had the Six of Cups. I don't see it, but maybe you did, and I just don't see it. It doesn't matter. You have the Sun. So you have some very good cards for those of you that are like building a family or whatever. You have the Seahorse card, which says family matters. So clearly, you're very focused on family. And at the end here, you have this bow. It says, excuse me, I'm choking. You have this bow card. It says you are highly thought of. Definitely the Sun and the Star, all about your reputation. And I feel like you could be increasing your reputation through like not giving up on something. But a really kind of interesting reading. I don't know if I would call this good yet. Is it bad? No. Even though you have the Tower twice, I feel like it's something that has already happened. So thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your Sun, Moon, and Rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your quarter.